In the early 2000s, Blockbuster wasn't just a company. It was a ritual. Friday nights meant blue and yellow stores, endless aisles of movies, the sound of plastic cases clicking shut, and the excitement of choosing what to watch. At its peak, Blockbuster operated more than 9,000 stores worldwide, employed over 60,000 people, and generated more than $6 billion in annual revenue. Blockbuster dominated home entertainment. And then, it disappeared. Today, only one Blockbuster store remains on the entire planet. So how did a company with absolute market control lose a $100 billion opportunity? How did Blockbuster help create the future of streaming and still fail to survive it? This is the story of arrogance, bad incentives, ignored innovation, and one of the most expensive mistakes in business history. Blockbuster was founded in 1985. Unlike small local video rental shops, Blockbuster brought scale, consistency, and power to the industry. They negotiated directly with movie studios, built massive inventories, and crushed independent competitors. By the 1990s, Blockbuster was unbeatable. Owning a Blockbuster franchise was considered a safe investment. Wall Street trusted the company. Customers depended on it. But the real engine behind Blockbuster's profits wasn't movie rentals. It was late fees. Late fees generated hundreds of millions of dollars every single year. Returning a movie just one day late could cost more than renting it in the first place. Customers hated it. Investors loved it. And Blockbuster built its entire business model around that system. Late fees weren't just revenue. They shaped the company's incentives. Executives were rewarded for store traffic, physical rentals, and late fee profits. This created a dangerous trap. Anything that reduced store visits, reduced physical rentals, or eliminated late fees was seen as a threat, not an innovation. Blockbuster didn't want customers to keep movies longer. They wanted customers to forget to return them. While Blockbuster focused on maximizing the present, the future was quietly being built somewhere else. In 1997, Netflix was founded. At first, it wasn't streaming. It was DVDs by mail. No stores. No late fees. No pressure. Customers could keep movies as long as they wanted. Blockbuster executives laughed at the idea. Why would anyone wait days for a DVD when a Blockbuster store was only minutes away? Netflix was small, unprofitable, and struggling. Then in the year 2000, Netflix made a shocking move. They offered to sell the entire company to Blockbuster. The price was $50 million. Blockbuster declined. Executives reportedly laughed during the meeting. Why buy a failing startup when you already owned the market? That decision would end up costing Blockbuster more than $100 billion. As Netflix slowly grew, Blockbuster finally reacted. They launched Blockbuster Online. On paper, it looked competitive. DVD subscriptions, online ordering, and no late fees. But internally, the service was sabotaged. Store managers felt threatened. Executives feared cannibalizing their own profits. Late fees were quietly brought back. Blockbuster couldn't fully commit. Netflix, on the other hand, was obsessed with customer experience, data, retention, and technology. Netflix optimized systems. Blockbuster optimized locations. As internet speeds improved, streaming became possible. Netflix saw it coming early and invested heavily in infrastructure, software, and content licensing. Streaming wasn't profitable at first. But Netflix understood something critical. The future doesn't ask for permission. Blockbuster saw streaming as risky, expensive, and unproven. Their leadership believed people would always want physical stores. They were wrong. As streaming adoption exploded, Blockbuster became trapped by massive real estate costs, physical inventory, and outdated infrastructure. Netflix had none of those problems. Blockbuster didn't just lose to Netflix. It lost to itself. Executives changed constantly. Strategies shifted every year. No long-term vision survived. Some leaders wanted to pivot. Others wanted to protect the old model. No one wanted to admit the core business was dying. By the time Blockbuster eliminated late fees completely, it was already too late. Debt was crushing the company. Stores were closing. Customers had moved on. In 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy. Once worth billions, it was now broken. Netflix surpassed it in subscribers, market value, and cultural relevance. Blockbuster didn't fail because of Netflix. It failed because it protected profits instead of people, ignored data, underestimated change, punished customers, and laughed at disruption. Blockbuster could have owned DVD subscriptions, streaming, content distribution, and home entertainment. Instead, Netflix became a $100 billion company. Blockbuster became a warning. Because disruption doesn't kill companies. Ego does. The most dangerous moment in business is when you believe you can't be replaced. Blockbuster learned that lesson too late. And the world moved on. So here's the real question. If Blockbuster couldn't survive disruption, what company do you think is next?